Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is your boy Tom here. So today is my very first video. So today I'm gonna just be basically doing a Q&A just for you guys to get to know me a little bit and me to introduce myself. So, like I said, this is my first YouTube video ever, and let's get started. So let's go through a couple of questions that I have here. So my first question is, what is your name? Like I said, you can call me Tom, but my first name is actually Philip. My last name is Thompson. So that's that. Nothing too extravagant, I guess. All right, so next question is, how old are you? So I am 28 years old. Currently just turned 28. Well, not currently. Like 5 months ago in August. So it's not current anymore. It's still current to me because I still feel like I'm 27, but I'm 28. All right, my next one is, where are you from? I am from a small town in Louisiana called Basile. Not very many people. It's good to get away. So my next question is, what is your relationship status? Hold that thought. Well, I am married, as you can tell, to a beautiful woman named Demisha Thompson. Love of my life, high school sweetheart. She stuck with me through thick and thin, and this is just so much. Anyway, so the next one is, what is your best childhood memory? So my best childhood memory is probably when I was about 4 years old. I broke my arm while riding a go-kart with my brother. And since my dad was such a guru at fixing things, I ran up to him and I was like, "Dad, I broke my arm. Fix it, fix it." And he just looked at me so helplessly and was like, "I can't fix your arm." And I was like, "Why not? You fix everything else." And he was like, "Because I'm not a doctor, son." And I was like, "What? So you can't fix it?" And he was like, "No." He was like, "We have to go to the hospital." So I just always found that to be a funny story. So I think that was like my favorite childhood memory. My next question is, if you had a chance to do life all over again, what would you do differently? So I would probably have taken school more seriously. If I knew then what I know now, I definitely would have took school seriously. Probably would have actually tried to, get scholarships, go to college, actually finish college, and yeah. So then the next one is, what do you feel most proud of? So I feel most proud of actually being a staff sergeant in the Air Force. So right now I am currently stationed in Korea, which is why my wife is not with me, which is why I showed you the picture. So like I said, I'm most proud of making staff sergeant in the Air Force, and it's because of the place I was before I came here. Leadership was very toxic. I tried twice previously. I didn't really try to make staff because of the leadership that was there. I didn't have any drive to want to be a staff sergeant because all the staff sergeants that I looked up to and like aimed to be like were getting just like treated horribly, and so they were either getting out or like trying to go somewhere else. So like I said, overall leadership was just toxic. It was just a bad environment. So nobody really wanted to try for anything. So as soon as I came here to Korea, I fell in love with my leadership immediately. They were like on the ball. They were encouraging. They were motivating. They were just people that you knew that you wanted to push, be pushed to the limit by, and stuff like that. So once I got here, I really got in the mindset of studying, focusing, and I made staff sergeant. I just put that on about a month ago. So I would probably say that is definitely one of my proudest moments. If I could travel anywhere, where would it be? So this is a funny story. I'll let you know why. So I would definitely want to go to somewhere like Rome, Paris, places like that. And it's ironic because my next duty station is going to be in Italy. So I'm going to get to live in Italy for a few years. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm actually going to get to live in my dream vacation place. So it's pretty cool. Me and my wife are going to get to move there. And then, so the next one is, how do you spend your free time? So, as you can see, I am obsessed with Spider-Man. I have Spider-Man everywhere. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Pillows, blankets, Spider-Man things, Spider-Man bathroom, Spider-Man rugs, Spider-Man pillowcases. Yeah, I have Spider-Man everywhere. I am just obsessed with Spider-Man. And I have a big-ass Spider-Man here. It's just crazy. So one day, I will show you guys this room. It's not very big, not much to look at, not much for enjoyment, but I will try to make it interesting. And then I also like to sing, I like to dance, I like to play music. I just like doing a lot. I like eating. I love eating food. I love eating food. Love eating food. Speaking of food, wait, give me a second. Let me get some. Yeah, so I love eating food. I like to sleep too. I can sleep for hours. Sleeping is amazing. But yeah, so definitely like to sleep. I like to do a lot of stuff. I like to go travel. I like to go shopping. I'm obsessed with shoes. So I'll be going home in December to visit my family since I've been here for probably almost like 8 months. I'm going home to visit my family in December. I promise I will do a video there and show you guys my shoe closet. Right now, my shoe closet is insane at my house. Hold on, let me just show you guys. Right now, I have these shoes. And I have another pair right there. But that is just right now in in this little room. That's those. Plus, I probably have about 60 plus pairs at my house. And so, like I said, I will do a video there and show you guys my house and my wife and everything else. But yeah, that's that. So my next one is, if I won the lottery, what would I do? First of all, I would, of course, pay off all my bills, build my dream house, buy myself my dream car, buy my wife her dream car, one or two, never know. I would invest. I would buy my parents have a house, so I'd probably just give my parents a crap ton of money. I would buy my in-laws a house and give them a little bit of money, and then I would definitely probably drop everything that I do professionally and open up an orphanage or something like that, a chain of orphanages, and just like manage those that way. Because that's something I've always had a passion for, is wanting to help kids in need, and I know that like being in the system, it could be bad. So I just feel like investing my own money in that would make me happy to be able to be a part of that. And like I said, I'll probably drop everything professionally and just focus on that, getting involved with the kids as much as possible and just making sure that they feel special, feel wanted and needed. Because I know, and like I said, in the system, a lot of kids feel neglected, like nobody cares and stuff like that. So my next one is, who do I admire most in life? This is a tough question. This is a really tough question. So there are, I'm gonna say, three different groups who I admire. So my first group, of course, is gonna be my parents. I admire to be like my parents. My parents have been married for, I think it's 35 or 36 years. They've been married for 35 or 36 years. So my parents are relationship goals for me. It's just insane how their relationship is. I hardly see them like get into any serious fights to where they are, mad at each other, and raising me, raising some of their grandkids to help out some of my siblings. My parents just go above and beyond, and so I always inspire to be like my parents. My second one would have to be my wife. I inspire to be like my wife simply because she sacrifices a lot for me to do the job that I do in the military, because she has to stay at home by herself for like a year at a time, months at a time. If I get deployed, if I go on a TDY or something, she has to stay by herself weeks at a time. So she sacrifices time away from me, and she still has to like work and focus on herself. At one point she was focusing on school or focusing on work while I was, here and there and everywhere. So she's definitely somebody that I admire in life. And then, of course, my uncle, his name is Larry Caesar. He was a Chief Master Sergeant in the Air Force. And he has just set an example that I definitely want to mimic and definitely want to surpass if I can, because he is like a true definition of someone that I aspire to be like because of what he did and how successful he was in life. So, next question is, what are you most afraid of? So for the longest time, I was afraid of snakes. But one of my best friend in the world, his name is Alessandre Sans Nagano, but I just call him Alex. He's obsessed with reptiles. He loves snakes. I think he had like 2 pet snakes or something like that. He joined the military. I had like no friends, and he forced me pretty much to be his friend, because he was like, "You're not friends with anybody." And I was like, "I know." And so he was like, "Yeah, well, we're gonna be friends." I was like, "No, we're not." And so he was like, "Yeah." So one day we hung out, and bang, we connected immediately, became best friends. I wouldn't ask for a better friend, but he's obsessed with snakes. And one of our friends that we worked with actually had a roommate who had a pet snake, and we would go over there all the time, and they would take the snake out and play with it and stuff. So eventually one day I built up the courage to be like, "Hey, give me the snake." And so I petted the snake, and it wrapped around me, and I was instantly in love with the snake, period, point blank, done. I wanted to get one the next day. My wife was like, "Absolutely not." But what are you gonna do? So it's not snakes anymore, but it's probably being in a small space, not being able to move. Is like my worst fear, which is kind of sucky because I'm a firefighter, and one of the things that you may have to deal with being a firefighter is confined space. And I recently just went through a rescue course where you have to like rappel down buildings, you have to rappel down small little holes and stuff like that to get to like somebody to rescue them and stuff like that. And that is just not my cup of tea when it goes into, I could do the rappelling off of the side of a building, I could do the heights, but once it comes to getting in a small little space to where you can't move, count me out, because I'm probably gonna lose my mind if I can't move, if I can't see. I'm gonna have a heart attack and I'm gonna die right there, and then they're gonna have to send somebody in there to rescue me. All right. So, and then last but not least, question is, what is your strongest personal quality? I would have to say my strongest personal quality would probably be I think I have a little confidence. Because like if I have to do something in front of like people, I get put on the spot and I have to do something in front of people that I didn't want to do, it'll come out really, really good, because of the fact that I don't know, it's something about being put on the spot that makes me go to a whole nother level. And that whole nother level I call my alter ego. I call him Joseph. And Joseph comes out like when it's crunch time and I know I have to do something and I can't fail at it. He comes out and he's like, "All right, sit back. I got this." He comes out, he does his thing, and most of the time it's like perfect, on the money, hit. And so I'm pretty sure sooner or later you guys are gonna meet Joseph. He's probably gonna come out on a video or something. Y'all gonna be like, what happened to Tom Tom? It's not the same person. And I'm gonna be like, yeah, Joseph hacked my channel. So that's pretty much a little bit about me. Like I said, Spider-Man, I'm obsessed, love music, I love to eat, I like to sleep, and I just can't wait to be more involved with you guys and make content. Not sure exactly what I'm going to be doing yet, but like I said, I have many different hobbies, and so I'll probably be just doing a little bit of everything. Hopefully some of it appeals to you guys, and that's it for me. So